Okay. This is just a small little video on how trading works. So trading is a game, right? It's all a numbers game. And if trading is a numbers game, what makes majority of traders fail? So what is it that makes majority of the traders who participate fail? So if trading is a numbers game, isn't it gambling in a way? Well, if you have an edge in the market, trading isn't gambling. It is to some extent, but it's different than going to a casino, because as a trader, you have an edge, right? So if you have an edge that works, that has been backtested with data, then you know that the edge in which you're trading off from works in the long term, right? You don't have to know what the next trade will be, right? You're not here to be wrong or be right? You don't have to be that type of trader. What you have to understand is that trading is all a numbers game. It's all a numbers game. And if it's all a numbers game, you need to, before you take the trade, in your mind, you have to imagine the risk you are putting on already being gone. So before you take the trade, that risk, you have to predefine it. You have to know what the risk is, and you have to imagine the risk already being gone. So if I'm risking $200 on a trade, in my mind, those $200 are already gone. As soon as I become a market participant and I enter the trade, that risk is gone. It's already out the window. So you have to predefine your risk before entering a trade. Once you enter the trade, there's only two outcomes. Either it's a negative 1R, or it's a 2R or 3R, or whatever the profit target is that your system allows. Trading is all a numbers game. You don't have to know what the next trade will look like, or you don't have to be right or know if you're right or wrong. All you have to do is follow your system and allow the system to do the heavy lifting for you. If trading is a numbers game and you have a system that is profitable, backtested by data, and it shows you it's profitable over the long run, then all you have to do is execute your edge with no emotions. As soon as you find your system, or as soon as you find what you're looking for in the market and you have everything checked off, you execute. Once you execute, you let your system do the work for you. Your job as a trader is to manage risk and to let your system do its thing. If you lose a trade, that's okay, because you have to accept the fact that losses are part of the game. Losses are always going to be there. And without losses, or without accepting that you can lose, you're basically saying that you know what the market will do, you know what it will do tomorrow, you know what it will do next week, next year, you know everything about the market, but you don't know anything about the market. Because if you did, you wouldn't be here listening to this video. The market, people say the market's not random, right? So if the market wasn't random, why aren't you getting 1,000% a month return on your portfolio or on your account? Because the market, yes, you can say the market is not random, but if it's not random, you would be having a higher return on your accounts, on your portfolio, everything, right? But you have to know that this is all a numbers game. Any trade that looks good to take can get stopped out. Any trade that looks bad to take can go in your favor. So you have to understand that before entering a trade, don't look at it as a wrong or right perspective. Look at it as a numbers game. This is a business, right? Every trade, every loss you take is a business expense. The fee you pay to keep trading. If I look at a trade, I'm like, okay, this looks good, I'm gonna take it, right? Okay, I lost this trade. All right, that's just business fee, right? All right, this trade looks good, I'm gonna take it. All right, went in my favor. All right, move on to the next trade. It's all a numbers game. All you have to know is if your system is profitable over the long run of series of trades, then you can sit back, execute, and have those outcomes in the back of your mind, knowing that, okay, I lost this trade, but in the next 100 trades, I'll still come out profitable because this system works. The way I execute works. Yes, I'm not going to win every single trade, but over the long run, I'm still going to come out green. And if you can have this mindset shift in trading, instead of looking at it as being right or wrong, or looking at it as how much money I can make, no. You have to let your system do the heavy lifting for you. Because with trading, everything is random. The best trades that you look, or the best trades that look perfect to take, can also fail. And you just have to accept. You have to accept that anything could happen, accept the outcome of a trade that you're in. You have to have that acceptance in the back of your mind before the trade. Because if you're in the trade and you haven't accepted your risk, or you haven't accepted the outcome of both sides, then anything can happen. And you will start hurting when trades don't go in your favor.
Stop filled.
So, that's all for today.